Alright, we're back with attempt to get a game in with some Gates combo. Alright, this hand's a little... just can't keep putting out green sources. Alright, this hand's at least interesting. Probably put back either Gatekeeper Colossus or probably Gate Colossus for now. Go. Hi, honey.
I'm home.
Alright, looks like we're up against run a combo, so we could potentially just die next turn, but that's price of doing business. That's what, a 1-3. So we're currently missing black and white. Opponent needs a retraction helix to go infinite here. Tyvar. Guessing they're going to use it to bring back Jace. But retraction helix in the graveyard, not exactly where they want it. Well, I guess Jace. Are we just dead? Yep, I think we're just dead because they get to flash it back. Pass. Oh, they just have the combo on there. Okay. Moving along. Definitely want the Necromentias. A lot of things we could bring. We could bring in the Calling Rituals. We could bring in the Assassin's Trophies. Could bring in Damping Sphere, although Retraction Helix just bounces that and they just go about their merry way. So, Necromentia, Trophies, possibly Fatal Pushes. Gates Ablaze are kind of middling against exactly what they're doing. We go down like one in each of these. Maybe a joint exploration. So I'd like to play first. This is one of the weaknesses of this style of deck is just you don't have a ton of interaction because you're very much an engine deck. This hand is severely lacking on lands. So I think we have to mulligan it. Obviously, if we draw a third land, we could Necromentia their combo potentially, but this hand just feels a little too. Keep it, put back. Grazer? Ram, Bring to Light. So put back Bring to Light for now. And then we'll turn on Thoughtseize, presumably. Yep. Gotta take one of these two, apparently. I would guess. And we could play our Boreal Grazer, but it just doesn't do anything here. Mm-hmm. Don't like doing this because there's a decent chance they have some way to recur it, but put a 5/5 down, see if they counter it or whatever. Alright. Start the clock. It has to have XP abilities. Theoretically, we could let this die to turn on Revolt. Interesting. Guess they're doing this so they can Fatal Push it, maybe? Or maybe they didn't realize that it's Trample. So they left a card on top. Okay. And at least we want a game against Roma Combo. Not sure about this Dryad Dread Presence Escape Shift thing, but I did want to add a different spin than what these lists normally have. Gates Blaze just doesn't do much. Push and Trophy seem like enough. So we'll try it. It has no interaction. No way to use these two cards. It's a mulligan. Could mulligan the interaction, but good chance their opponent has disruption in the Rona if they mulligan to their combo, so nothing thought Caesar escape and hope to top deck, I guess. Then obviously if we hit any of our ramp payoffs, you know, we get to hit to escape to the wild faster, so opponent does nothing. Okay. Okay, Rona. Rona or Jace, one of the two. Alright, hope we're not dead. Okay, JVP. Let me guess. Tyber again? Mm-hmm. Alright. Blue, growth spiral. Hopefully we'll draw like fatal push or something. Trophy. Okay, so so can't do plains. Let's do either swamp or forest. Opponent doesn't consider. Could flashback consider, but it doesn't seem like they're really under that much pressure right now. One of the things these Gates decks tend to struggle with is Planeswalkers. I know my EDH deck that has a bunch of Gates in it tends to struggle against Planeswalkers and such, so my workaround for that's usually Child of Alara blow up, but I'm not sure what I would do about Planeswalkers. Okay, so they choose to flashback consider when they don't have blue mana for it. Excuse me? Oh, okay. 1 mana of this card on top. That's terrifying. Thoughtseize. Take Escape to the Wilds, because that's the only thing we got going on. Alright, pass. Hope we don't die. Do you have another Tyvar? Looks like the answer to that is yes. So the 3-card combo for their deck is Rona, Mox Amber, and Retraction Helix. Mox Amber, Retraction Helix back to your hand. Mox Amber, Retraction Helix back to your hand. Then they get to infinitely loop through their deck and then kind of go from there. Or get infinite mana. Okay. I have 1 card in hand still. Yeah, I've literally got nothing in hand, friend. Mm-hmm. Alright, opponent gets a lot of looks next turn. It is kind of crazy that they're halfway through their deck and haven't seen a Retraction Helix yet. Source deals damage. I have no black. Transform Rona. Sorcery. Whenever a source deals damage, that source's control exiles card random lane card from the battlefield. Cast it without cost. Alright. You already know what card's in my hand. Why are you casting Thoughtseize? I guess they're not tracking what's in my hand. Because Maze's End was literally my draw for the turn. So. Okay, that's Spell Pierce in the yard. Another Jace. We'll let them show off the combo. Mox Amber, untap. Tap for blue or whatever color. Bounce that to your hand. Untap. So this is an infinite mana loop, but I don't know that they actually have a way to win right now. Okay. Proliferate, sure. Okay. I mean, you've established the loop, but you don't have anything to do with it. Like they need the Fae of Wishes back or something along those lines. And I just don't, unless there's something I'm missing already in their graveyard. Yeah, they would need a Fae to go find something, but they don't have 2 cards in their hand to... Alright, and they concede. So here we are with a quick wrap with Gates combo, whatever you want to call it. We only played the 1 match against Rona. Obviously, it did show one of the shortfalls of this deck, which is interacting with Planeswalkers. So a deck like Mono Green, probably not the best of matchups just because they rely so heavily on their Planeswalkers, and we really have no way of dealing with them outside of, Gatebreaker Ram, Gate Colossus. The only thing novel about this list that I had was a spin with 2 Dryads, 2 Dread Presences, and a copy of Scapeshift. Now, obviously, this might be a lot for things to come together, but when this deck is doing its thing in the late game with Guild Summits or Escape to the Wilds, it's not crazy to think that you might find a copy of Dryad and Dread Presence just as supplemental ways to close out the game besides Gatebreaker Ram and Gate Colossus. One of the other possibilities would be adding something like Urborg. I don't know that really fits what this deck is trying to do, but it would go quite nicely with the Dryad Dread Presence plan. The Bring to Light really is... I like it in the post-board games just when you have so many utility things like Necromentia or Calling Ritual in addition to your Gates Ablaze. The fact that it also serves as a potential win con with Scapeshift. Scapeshift with 9 or 10 lands in play, whether you have the right gates or not, that also fixes the problem. So I'm not as worried about Scapeshift being a 1-card combo. But obviously you need 10 or 11 lands in play for Scapeshift to matter at that point. But, with Dryad and Dread Presence, it does give you a potential backup plan. And while these 2 are relatively easy to deal with overall, the fact that Threatened Portal can come in as, basic land type means it can trigger Dread Presence on its own. So, would need more testing to see if that's a viable backup plan to the, either Gatebreaker Ram or Gate Colossus beatdown plan. The ramp plan going here with Grazer, Joint Exploration, Growth Spiral, and then the rest of the deck is just kind of self-explanatory for what it's trying to do. The sideboard, I kind of copied and pasted one of the older things, but I think it's fine. 3 Calling Rituals for, the faster decks like Humans and such. Trophy and Push whenever you need interaction against a specific combo deck like what we were playing. Necromentia, obviously good against Lotus Field, Rona, any type of linear combo deck. Rest in Peace, good against the Greasefang and Phoenix nonsense, and then Extinction Event when you need another sweeper. The Calling Ritual isn't quite good. For a really budget deck, I think this deck has, a tier 2, tier 3 quality to it potentially. It might be an okay deck to play from time to time. Do I think it's going to dominate Pioneer by any stretch? No. But I do think it does show the flexibility of those last, 5 or 6 slots that are in the gate stack of how powerful it can be, and just the fact that this is kind of a slower, clunky mid-range deck, not unlike Omnath to Light or something, but once it gets rolling, it can certainly hang in a firefight. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like Pioneer format, and we'll see you for our next video.